All right. We are here. Let's get the broadcast started.
Answer. Because you are that, you are capable. You are gifted and you are so unique. All of the things that you may hate about yourself are your strengths. It's okay to be soft. It's okay to be opinionated. It's okay to be different. And it's so okay to just be you. The world awaits to receive you.
Bless up. Yes. You're here with your host, Grace Levi. Yes, I'm here with the Improv Live. I just had to come to these YouTube streets for the mess. But you know how I'm going to come? I'm definitely going to come uncensored and enlightened. Yes, we are. You know how we do. We're going to always keep the conversation uplifted, truthful, honest, and a little bit spicy. So if you don't know who I am Grace Levi. Welcome. We are also located on Rumble. That's our home base. So you're going to see at the end of this video a reference for our Rumble page. So some of the content that is specifically for YouTube, we're going to bring it to YouTube. So today I'm going to do a reaction video. Okay. So this reaction video is specifically for Jaguar, right? I'm going to always start off with saying what I say is coming from love. It's coming from understanding, from being a mother as well. And I just want to react as well to Jaguar Wright's son, Sam, my favorite guy. I love him so much. And his interview with Sean Davy Way, my favorite. You already know what I said about Sean. Okay. So anyway, we're gonna get this broadcast started. We also gonna get into a little bit of the mess because Missy, what's her name? Angela Arusso. Now that's a real government. You got Jaguar Wright coming after you. So we already knew that was coming. We're gonna talk about it tonight. So let's get the first presentation up here. And this is actually a presentation that is brought to you by Sean David Way. Okay, Sean David Way. I'm gonna show clips from his actual interview with Jaguar Wright's son. Okay, I think we're gonna start it at 4 minutes. Let me turn down the volume because I got things on crump up in here.
Sam. We're not going to keep him too long, just because.
Okay. So let me see. Can I pull this up? I want to send love and blessings to Sean Davy where he always get the exclusive. Yes, and some content that I could actually like react to that's not so messy. But when it comes to Jaguar Wright, she has a lot of content on the YouTube streets. But with that goes to say, I wanted to do reaction videos, but I'm like, I don't want to do reaction videos to Jaguar Wright. I actually want to talk to Jaguar Wright like I'm her sister. So we're gonna talk from sister to sister on this, and I'm gonna react to my nephew coming up here and saying the things he said. Also, on some of the intuition that I have based on the situation. We did a reaction video before. So we're going to get an update because we did react on his first interview. This guy touched my heart. I love him so much. Okay. So let's get this broadcast started. Let's get it started in here.
Again, I feel like Sam's
Yeah.
not a content creator.
Look at my
He's
boo.
not out here in the streets
Sean
making
Davy White, my
noise
boo.
and stuff like that. The antics, the situations, the stuff that go on. I just don't feel that Sam Jr. has anything to do with anything, right? It's like an instant, kind of just by association. He's kind of getting drugged, in the middle, you know. of all this
I
stuff.
agree.
So he's an adult and he should be able to speak for himself. With him being brought up again, it's not like he's out here on live and stuff talking about people, or anything like that. He does not do that. He minds his business and he is pulled into things that he doesn't want to be a part of.
Thank you.
Just like his mother pulls him into things that he shouldn't be a part of at times, his
Get my notes.
father does the same thing.
Ooh.
Now, to be dropped by a fat guy. Somewhere on the overweight side of YouTube, over there with
I'm sneezing.
live.
Oh God, we're gonna get past this a little bit.
Like I wouldn't attack. We do.
Okay.
You can correct me if you're not.
Okay.
Are you talking? I'm sorry, I don't want to talk when you're talking.
Oh, no, I'm not talking.
Okay, there we go. Perfect. How are you doing today, Sam?
This is my boo.
I'm doing good. How about you?
I'm good, thanks for asking.
I love Sam.
So we spoke earlier, and you said that there were some situations going on online that you weren't particularly fond of, and people don't know how you feel about stuff. So I think it's important that you speak for yourself.
Yes.
So before we get into what your father has to say, let's get into just YouTubers in general. When YouTubers and people on TikTok and on IG, when they throw you in things and say your name and say you're a part of scams and all of that stuff, how does that make you feel?
I don't like it. I I don't like being brought. I don't like being brought in or introduced into something that I don't know or is out of my control. It makes it feel like, for no fault of my own, my life is being thrown into chaos.
Mm.
And you even feel that way, correct, when your mom throws you in certain situations like that as well, to where it's just kind of like chaos?
Now I'm gonna stop right here because look at Sean Davy Way's face. Look at his face, like mm-hmm. Now I want you to tell the truth because why you gonna entrap my boo like that? First and foremost. Now he don't want to say anything bad about his mother. Now I'm gonna say something about this because when he goes into talking about how he felt in college, I think a trigger was directly the interview that he had with Tasha K and other factors. So Sean, don't put my baby on the spot like that. Okay.
It was I feel as if that's not particularly the case with well, it's pretty much the case when stuff that surrounds my mom.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Some is I mean, for example, if something was happening with her specifically while we were moving, like say we have a we have a group of cops that are not arresting her or taking her property without a proper search warrant or what may have you, it causes to having to move later than we should have.
Okay, so I'm going to stop there and I am going to react to this. And Jaguar, I want you to listen to this because this is your son and he's an amazing person. And I really feel like he is stuck in the middle of the situation and loving you. Because as we listen to things that he says, yes, I'm going to break this down, okay, from therapeutic nursing perspective. Okay. Yeah. So, no, but seriously, and a sister perspective, when you listen to him, he's trying to not say that you are the direct cause of his chaos, but things surrounding you are the cause of the chaos that occur around you, which I don't believe is totally correct because I mean, the truth. I'm not saying it's not correct, but the truth, because you know, Jaguar, that your behavior is sometimes, most times, out of pocket. And we're gonna talk about that because I'm gonna have to address my sister. Cause baby, you have to get it together because I don't know where you're gonna go from here. You see what I'm saying? Where are you gonna go from here? Okay, because we're gonna talk about it. Because I've been watching. I've been watching. I've been watching. So I'm gonna be like, sister, you've been on my mind. Okay. This is gonna be for you, Jack. But my boo is trying to cover up for you. Okay. He knows that without you, none of the other chaos will happen. So let's continue to listen. Sean digging in my baby.
Yeah, absolutely.
My babes.
So when people are, calling the police and, and stuff like that, stating that your health is at risk or that your grandmother's health is at risk, how do you feel about that? Do you feel that you are in any danger?
When when they do so without any of our permission, it really it uns it unsettles things.
Hmm.
Everything going on that everything going on between us at the house has been fine. Ever and as I know, ever since Gerald chose to leave the the house.
I'm gonna pause there because I'm gonna address two things. Okay. One thing that he mentioned is that the chaos and what I just said is caused from outside forces. And that them chaoses can be the interviews that people are getting for clout, 6 hour lives that people are doing about his mother. People are calling the police to come to their house. They are reporting abuse towards the grandma. And this is another carbonation nature boy flashback because I used to sit back and watch this like what is going on. Now I understand the black community allegedly tried to have good intentions, but when you're making false allegations that's not true, that is not good intentions. You're committing a federal offense because you cannot do that. You cannot be calling false flags on people, especially calling government agencies. So this is something that I want to address to the YouTube street because you coming here from to uncensored enlightenment talk. So you here for some a little bit of enlightenment. I know a lot of you, and I'm gonna say you, wherever this brick lay, is trashy, like the drama, and I do too. But it's a way that it can be, it could be just entertainment. But this is going far beyond entertainment when people are calling the law with no proof. If they have proof, they need to show the police and not come online talking about it. Then we have panels of black women that have hours and hours of time to stay on live. And I wish that I had hours of time to stay on live and talk about somebody. Actually, I don't. Because if you're on live for hours and hours talking about somebody, you obviously ain't got nothing going on. And that is a great representation to the black community. baby. I hear the talk that people on these panels that talk about Jaguar Wright. I can't even listen to half of it. But if I come across it, it be so hostile. Like y'all know this woman. Y'all don't know her. Y'all know of her. And I know some of these things can be heart wrenching to watch because as I'm gonna react, it's heart wrenching for me to watch because I love Sam. I have love for Jaguar Wright, but reality is reality, but you don't go in and intruding and causing this type of mayhem, especially if you're supposed to be coming to fix things. Black women, we got to get it together. The audience, this is to you, okay? Because this is uncensored enlightenment talk. Get enlightened. If you don't want to, then get off the page. Okay. So the next thing that he went into is Gerald. Allegedly, the piece came into the home after Gerald left. Now, this says to me that I'm not saying that Gerald was the main event because, as you see, how Jaguar Wright, my sister, I'm gonna call her sister. You've been on my mind. Yes, that's how toxic shit is. You like, huh? Okay, I got to talk to you because you over here acting crazy, seeing spirits and everything, spinning outside in the rain. Excuse me if I'm a little sweaty under here. It is what it is. So anyway, like I said, moving forward, Jarrow allegedly leaving caused some more peace in the house, and I think it's just the separation of the two, honestly, because Jaguar Wright is your behavior is very toxic, baby. I'm telling you, I understand that you are building a brand, but I'm trying to figure out what type of brand are you building. You see what I'm saying? You're going from yelling, threatening to the last live I just watched. We're going to try to react to a little bit of it, to talking in a manner where I understand you're trying to be calm, but it was just weird. Like you was, don't do that. I was about to say it. Don't do it. Don't switch personalities on this. Now, you also mentioned something about not being diagnosed with schizophrenia, and I really truly believe you're not schizophrenic. As a nurse, seeing a lot of crazy people in my first actually year and a half in nursing, being in the psych ward, kicking ass. Okay, it taking numbers, not kicking ass, but being a good nurse, I learned a lot. So with that goes to say, I don't think that she's schizophrenic, but I do believe she has more than just a touch because there's no diagnosis of a touch of bipolar on her discharge page. It said a touch of bipolar. No, it said bipolar with allegedly, and I'm just saying that manic episodes because you stay manic allegedly. Now, there's medications that they're giving you. We're gonna talk about that, Jag. Okay, I'm gonna get into you, but let's finish reacting to my Bookie, Sam, because I love Sam, and I want you to love Sam, Jag. And I'm not saying you don't love Sam, but sometimes you have to put yourself down for your kids so they can make it. Okay, so we're gonna talk about that because I understand how that is, especially as a single mother. I'm a single mother. You a single mother. We're gonna talk about this. You got to help Sam, okay, and get focused. You got to get focused, girl.
Things have been going very well. I've been calm. It's pretty much a nice day.
Yeah.
A lovely day.
And things only tend to get worse when people outside the loop who don't know those whole situation down here decide to get involved and throw themselves into the mix and start doing things without our permission to.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Oh
agree.
my goodness. So now that entity
Sean,
isn't in the household anymore, you state that there is more peace.
Yes.
Okay, that's good. That's good. Right now, are you being coached at all in what you're saying, Sam? Are you speaking on your own?
I'm speaking on my own here.
Thank you. Because, I mean, people in chat are, because I don't hear any other voice in the background besides you speaking. So that means you're clearly speaking on your own. Like nobody's telling you what to say, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, I was just checking. So getting back to you, and you're saying when other, YouTubers or TikTokers or whoever's speaking of you, they say these negative things about you and involve you in things because your mom is out here. She's a public figure. There's a lot that goes on with.
A public figure acting weird. Add that, Sean, acting a little crazy. When I met you, I got mad songs going through my head. No, but for real, honestly, Jag, you out here acting crazy enough to get committed twice in less than 90 days. That's not acceptable, boo. That's not acceptable. You know you better than that. And I'm gonna tell you, the legend sister, you know you better than that. Okay?
Her and a lot of things that she does that she makes public, and whatnot.
Everything.
So how
Public.
do you deal with
Everything.
How do you deal with the things and
everything.
because I know you watch, just like anybody else. How do you deal with all of this stuff that goes on with your mom?
I I don't like a lot of the stuff that's been thrown around on the internet, especially more recently.
Mm-hmm.
It's I usually like to go to things in a more neutral perspective, sort of sort of stay in the middle of what side there is of the two, hear both, and then make my decision on where I stand from there.
Yeah. He tried.
However, with
He tried.
With all the allegations that have been thrown around, and then contrasting them with how I've experienced things when me, mom, and grandma are together.
Mm-hmm.
It it hurts to just hear these constantly thrown around all the time.
Yeah.
Because I know that those things are in fact not true, and he feels as if it's not really done out of the need to help, but more of a need of trying to do what they think is right.
And cause damage as well, Black community. Okay. It's not only what you think is right. You can't be putting allegations on people like that unless you know. So if you cared so much about Sam and the mother, you wouldn't do things to shake up their life. I mean, otherwise you see Jaguar Wright on live. I haven't seen because I haven't been following a lot because she do a lot of stuff. But I haven't heard or seen a video of her actually hitting her mother, yelling at her mother. I haven't even seen her mother in any of the lives. Maybe it's just me that just missed it, but I could go right to her page right now. And I don't see pictures, a lot of pictures of her mother. I don't see a lot of pictures of Sam. It's just some pictures. And let me make sure I get to the right one. It's some pictures, but those pictures is not pictures that's showing abuse. So my thing is, why are people going and calling authorities to shake up these people's households? That's not acceptable. That's not acceptable. Black community, Black women, okay, that want best for Sam. Now you should be making some lives like the way I'm about to make this live or how I'm making it to express your true feelings without all the rage and the emotions. Like talk to Jag like she's your sister if you feel like it is your business to come on YouTube and talk about this woman. Okay. Jag, you on YouTube wilding. I'm gonna just say that. Okay. And you're causing a lot of heat to come actually to your house. These things don't all have to be on a public platform. And this is what I'm trying to figure out from Jag. Okay, sis, what is your actual angle? You amazing singer. You had a career. Shit is dark. Shit is dark on the Hollywood streets. I definitely agree with all of that. With some sprinkles on the top, whatever. But right now, we know that the damage is done. Okay. And we all have damage in our life from past events, things that has happened to us. But it's about how we move forward. Now I understand exposing, okay, Jack. I've been trying to expose the healthcare sector and still doing it, but it's how you do it, okay? At the end of the day, if you really want to get these type of points across with your activism, because you said you're an activist now, that's understandable, and you had Philadelphia, and that we're going to talk about that because we're going to talk about your relationships. You have to see that you're not keeping relationships around you. And I understand that because I'm a woman that I cut stuff off real fast. But you have to understand when it's you that's the problem. Okay. Okay. So let's move forward.
What they think is right,
Black people.
or worse, outright trying to paint someone as a villain or a bad guy when they're just trying to do good.
And that's how you feel with your mother at times?
Yeah, I I don't. I mean, I'm not much of a social media person, so I'm not really online when it comes to voicing my opinions on this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But personally, for me, what my mom says is what my mom says. And if it were to any other person, it'd be the same. I let them say what they say without any impediment from me, unless there's something that's very ridiculous.
Absolutely. And again, it's Matt weird with the people in the comments. Like he literally just said that he lets her
Be her. Exactly. So yes, I appreciate you, Sean, for clarifying and actually having a great interview because when you have my booski up there, you treat him with respect, you let him speak, you try not to lead him into the direction that's going to make him so kind of uncomfortable. And I appreciate that. Okay. Because the next topic, which I talk about, is the autism. And it seems that he has not been diagnosed, but that is something that sometimes people can self-diagnose, especially if you're older and then you're starting to notice these things. I have a prime example for you guys, but let's just listen because he don't overwhelm. He doesn't overwhelm. He let him speak. And thank God he doesn't have other people up there because half of you black people be sitting there trying to attack the young man because you ain't got no self-control. Black women, it's mostly the black women up here acting like damn fools on YouTube. Baby, get it together.
I don't understand why people. No one has a remote control
I said
over Jaguar. Okay, what Jaguar does is what Jaguar does. No one has power over that, but Jaguar. So please stop trying to hold other people accountable for Jaguar's decisions. They are hers. They belong to her, not Sam. Y'all are weird. He's literally saying, I just let her be her. He's not excusing her behavior or none of the things that she did. He is not Jaguar. Y'all have to let Jaguar be Jaguar. Whatever problem you have with Jaguar, take it to her.
Thank you.
This is her son.
Thank
He
you.
has nothing to do with nothing.
But my thing is, why do people have such like an animosity towards Jaguar? Y'all so mad at her. Like, okay, it's different from carbonation because I mean she's not indoctrinating anybody in her stuff. These people are like, with what's the young lady name? Miss Angela Arrozo, Miss Aaliyah daughter. Yeah, we got something to show you for her. We got a flashback. But with that goes to say, she's not forcing people to come over there like carbonation. Now, I understood the rage of black people trying to get something done about that guy, Bishop, fake Bishop, whatever his name, Eligio, all of that. Okay, he caused lives to be lost. But in Jaguar's situation, this is her family. This is her family way before she even came to these YouTube streets. She pushed this boy out, and she knows and he knows what has been going on. We're going to get into a little bit because he's going to talk about his father's situation, and we're going to kind of reflect. I don't have the clip, but the clip where she was on the Philly interview and we did a reaction. That I had cut out the part where she talked about her husband, but it actually lines up to what Sam is saying and the things that he experienced. So it was toxic on both sides as far as the husband and her. And that was something kind of hinted to. I don't see nobody really coming to the husband defense. But at the end of the day, both relationships have affect Sam, have affect my boo. Okay? It affect my boo. Now I need y'all to listen. Y'all go and listen because he talked about his college experience. And this is what really got me because any mother, any person who have a child that's trying to get their kids over the hump and get into society, be prepared, be safe. This is very important times. Okay. I have teenagers that's 19 and 18, about to be 18. Okay. So I understand. Okay. I understand. Let's listen.
But his name is constantly coming up. Jaguar needs to take accountability for the things that she's done, not Sam.
Thank you.
Thank you. Back to you, Sam. So, with you're stating that you just, let kind of accept people for who they are. So, like with your mom, you'll let anybody else. Whatever you say is what you say. Whatever you do is what you do. Correct?
Thank you. Let him live his life.
I'm sorry, what you hearing from.
Yes.
Perfect. So you said that you don't like when other content creators on multiple platforms because it's not just YouTube, it's TikTok and a bunch of other places that bring your name up and you don't like it because you are not a creator. You have nothing to do with nothing that's going on. You are just present. Correct? Okay. So that's just for the people out there that come for him. It's like he's innocent. Like what do you? Like what people have no reason to come for this man, because that's what he is. I mean, it's like but anyway,
legal. He's legal.
Him, your father recently went live, and he stated that you do not have autism. How do you feel about that?
I heard about it. I heard about it before. With more knowledge of with age, I can more confidently say that I think of myself as an autistic person than not.
Mm-hmm.
Before, while I was with him and while I was younger, I didn't think of myself as an autistic person. That was mainly because I thought I was being me, and there's some people that are a bit standoffish, a bit weird, a bit out of the ordinary, and so I thought, well, I'm kind of like them in that sense.
Mm-hmm.
And if I could be tested for autism, I think I could definitely be somewhere on the spectrum. Since I've grown in age, I've come to see quite a few people online who've brought up how they themselves are autistic, or how there's some people sometimes even sometimes even in some of the games I play that could be somewhere on the autism spectrum.
Okay, so I just want to react to that because you have to understand, especially in a situation that's seeming very toxic as far as the husband, because what you're going to hear is that the husband did a lot of trauma to this young man as well, because he's going to mention seeing his mother be arrested several times and him feeling like it was his fault. Okay. Now, in a toxic situation like that, and the man doing things to get people arrested, and we're going to talk about that, I don't think he even have time to hone in on actually what's wrong with Sam in the capacity of having autism. Now, I don't know what specialist he brought him to. As far as Sam says, Sam is saying he didn't bring me to no specialist that or specialist that diagnose autism. So let me tell you this, okay? There are many people in the Black community who is actually dyslexic and they're not stupid. Okay, so dyslexia is actually a neurocognitive disorder where someone who may have a high IQ have issues with reading certain words because they're seeing it in their own way, or the actual neurotransmitter is not processing the whole sentence, so they're skipping words and those type of things. Now, I know of many adults who have self-diagnosed, and I'm going to say me because as a young girl, I used to get A's and B's every day, but I was bad. I used to do stuff. But with that goes to say, sometimes when I read out loud, I will mix the words, skip the words, and I couldn't understand. Growing up, not in an abusive household, we got other stuff going on. We weren't equipped to go look for the European way of diagnosing things. And most Black people are not, baby, especially when it comes to mental. If it ain't having a heart attack, your sugar low, they're not going to check on it. So for him not to be formally diagnosed and then be at the age now where he's seeing things online and being exposed to online, because allegedly when he was a child in his father care, allegedly, I'm just kind of summing what I think. He may have restricted him from the internet, learning things that he wanted to learn. You see what I'm saying? So now that he's under Jaguar Wright, Jaguar Wright is loosey goosey. She like just be whatever you want to be. But he cannot just be whatever he want to be because he does have something going on as far as what he's talking about. Feeling uncomfortable around people, articulating himself, him needing consistent schedule to keep him on point because when he was in school, I'm getting ahead of myself, he sounded like he was doing good. So let's listen, okay? Let's listen, Black people. Let's listen.
Yeah.
And as I look, and as the
My boo.
been brought up more recently, and I've decided to look into it,
Listen.
I'm very similar to some of those people that are either rumored to or are on the spectrum.
So you have not been tested for autism, correct?
No, it's not officially declared.
Okay, so with your father stating that he took you to multiple doctors and they stated that you were not on the spectrum, is that true?
No, I haven't been taken to multiple doctors on autism at all. In fact, as far as I can remember, I don't even remember the times I did go to a doctor or psychologist or psychiatrist. Autism wasn't brought up at all.
Mm-hmm.
From as far as I can remember, the only time in which that I can remember which autism was brought up more frequently started with my interview on the surviving Jaguar Wright.
Now, what I will say right here, now, it was, I can say suggestive thinking, not saying that his symptoms or the way he behaved, but right there was probably the point where he was like, autism, what's autism? And start looking into it because you have a bunch of people on the internet saying it because people who in healthcare, out of healthcare, have kids with this can see it. And it is a wide spectrum. And it does not mean that he's dumb, not functionable. It's just a certain way he has to approach life, like many of us do. And I think a lot of people have mental illness, but that's why they approach life so crazy, especially about this situation. But autism is nothing to do with mental illness or him being slow, but it is a way that he has to live a life so he can be productive. Let's listen. Okay, Jag, this is for you, boo boo. You got to listen because this is what your son is saying. Okay, he's saying that he needs structure. And right now, you are his comfort. You are his go to. You are his parachute. And you're not doing a good job being the parachute. Okay, sis? To my nephew. My boo.
So again, your father never took you anywhere to be tested for it, although he states that he did, and that's how he knows you don't have it.
Yeah, that was really the only time when autism started to started being brought up a bit more, and I took the thought of it more seriously.
Mhm.
My boo.
About having autism.
Yeah, about having autism.
Okay.
Wait, before I go on, because I know Jag is going to see this and probably Sam, I want to say, Sam, I love you because I know it's not easy to grow up in a toxic situation where it's all this breaking, running, fighting, and you're trying to figure out who you are and why you don't fit in, why you don't feel comfortable, why you don't like to talk to people. Now, I understand that from a certain perspective because I'm kind of weird on the other side. Like, I'm like, So, having to live with that and not too many people to help you figure it out, and then you're on the internet, all your business is out, people talking about your mama bad, so much drama, and then this is coming up, and then you like, okay, it could be a blessing and a lesson in the same thing. But Sam, you are amazing. And I'm going to keep on saying, go forward on what you're doing. There are a lot of organizations that deal with autistic people who don't have families who are not stable. Now, I'm not telling you to leave your mama because I love Jag. Jag, I'm talking to you. Get it together because you can't destroy Sam. You can't destroy Kid Sam. You have to be a black mother before you a content creator. Keep putting all this nonsense out here. Now I know your feelings hurt because Goomba doing his thing, but y'all both was toxic together, baby. And if you're so happy and doing well, be happy and do well. Why you keep harassing the man? That's a whole nother story. That's a whole nother story. You have to bucky up and move on and stop playing yourself with this Goomba person. But back to my baby Sam. Okay. So him having to actually learn this online has allowed him to do some research. And now I hope that you're able to find some support because there are support groups, there are resources for you to help you if you want to work part-time, if you want to find a job, if you want to know how to manage some of the symptoms of anxiety, scheduling, all of those things. There's organizations that can help you. And mom, and I'm talking about Jaguar. Okay, this is the you supposed to be doing. I know he 19. Everybody, oh, he 19. He 19. He adult. No, he's legal. Okay, he's legal. I have two kids. Okay, my son is 19, about to be 20. And my daughter is 17, about to be 18. And he's been legal for 2 years. And I definitely see that he has a lot of more growth to do. He's growing, but there's things that we supposed to do, especially in the black community, for our kids. Now I know they be acting up. At least Sam may acting up like mine's, talking back to you half the time. Y'all see I got my voice. Okay, but that's another story. I love my kids. I'm one of them. But with that goes to say, we supposed to be there. This is why it's a high rate of black kids dying from the age of 16 to 24. And that's just from homicide. And I just found out suicide. Because this is the age that we still supposed to be with our kids. This is the reason why the government, your European government that owns everything, they give tax exempt for your kids being in college all the way up to 24, I think. They know it's a systematic benefit for your kids to be under you in school, doing well, and you could get tax benefit. Think, black people. But no, we want to kick them out. Oh, you 18, get out. Now, I ain't saying I ain't threatening kids with that stuff because they sometimes get on my damn nerves. But do I want them out? No, I want to give them the best that I can as a mother, establish them just like the other nations do. Okay, I know I went off on a little tangent, but this is what we got to do. So stop telling everybody like, oh, he's grown. Yes, he is legal, but mental capacity, especially with the assumption that he feels that he has autism, you can't discredit this boy on how he feels. Okay, that means that he needs a little bit more help. In the black community, you ain't doing no help by calling his name out, talking about him, calling him a scammer, making him feel more worse about the things that he's going to tell you he felt bad about. Let's get it. Let's get it. I want y'all to be judged too, because you know I got my boo back there. I got my be judged, because the people who clicked on my last video, I know a lot of you don't like the content because y'all want me to come and with the trash and the mess. And I am, but I'm gonna definitely hit it. I'm gonna definitely hit it. And I don't throw shade. I throw the truth. Fuck shade. Fuck the shade, baby. I'm throwing truth. And I'm not over here. I'm the grace of these YouTube streets, okay? I'm bringing the grace. Oh, like how it's supposed to be. Like, I'm bringing the grace, not like it was. That was like static. Okay, I'm bringing the grace to these YouTube streets. Okay, let's go. Let's go.
So if you went to a doctor this day, like you said, due to other people that you have researched that are on the spectrum for autism, you feel that you would fall in that category.
Yeah.
But again, you haven't been to the doctor for it, correct?
Yeah, I haven't been to it as one.
I love my baby. He felt bad. He like I'm saying
Do
it, but
you
I don't
feel
know.
your father loves you?
My baby.
To me, it feels like there might be some form of love between me and him,
Mhm.
but
That's weird.
looking deep down,
Oh,
I don't feel really as much of a loving connection to him as I did with my mom.
Mhm.
that says a lot. That says a lot for him to be with his father for a good period of his
I
life.
could say that it may be because I wasn't with him during much during my time as during my time when I was younger, before I was a teenager, since I was with my mom during the school years, during the school days before seventh grade, before the second half of second grade.
Mhm.
Well, not second grade, seventh grade. But after after the custody switched over to that I was with my father during the school days, I spent more days consecutively with him than I would with my mom.
Yeah. Do you think that you would be better off if you were back with your father?
Ultimately,
Mm.
no.
Now, okay, everybody, you're gonna have to think about that. You see the chaos that's going on with Jaguar Wright. She been institutionalized twice. Ain't nothing like a son and a mama love. He loves his mother. His mother had to show him some form of love and unconditional love for him to feel like, okay, I know my mom been in and out of the house, a little psych ward. I know that all this stuff is on the internet. People coming at me. I'm still trying to figure myself out, but I will still rather be with her than him. So we need to kind of think about what's up with the husband. Let's not even make that a whole nother topic, please. Let's not.
Why?
As much as I'd like to be, as much as I wouldn't mind being with them, and I'd like to be with them.
Mm-hmm.
There really isn't a lot for me back in the East Coast, or I do have a couple of friends there. His mother is over there, who I stayed with during my senior year of high school when I graduated, and then here's him, who's only a state above PA,
Mm-hmm.
but outside of them, I don't really have much connection or many things up there that brought me a lot of joy.
You know why? because his father probably helped him in the daggone house and he didn't get to live a life a little bit. That's the daggone problem. And then all of a sudden, you want this young man just to be ready for life. It don't make no damn sense. The expectation of black people. I said it.
And certainly doesn't help that throughout a lot of that time while I was with them, I had sort of my own internal baggage.
All right. So before we go into his internal baggage, because this is the most important part of this broadcast, when we talk about Mabuski and how he felt and what caused the breaking point in him. And I'm going to say everybody needs to take responsibility for this. Even Tasha K, girl, I got love for you. You know, I was just taking up for you and I'm going to tell the truth. But as a mother, you should feel bad too if you ever listen to this, because that is wrong. That is wrong. You took advantage of him. And this boy, he didn't even want to come on this show and say anything against his mother. You think he want to come on your show and say anything against his mama? All right. Now, word from our sponsors. We're going to drop a little bit from our sponsors, Miss Bougie Apparel, located on www.lashlace.com. We got it. We got it. We got it. We got it for you. That's a little bit from our sponsors, lashlace.com, our health and wellness sponsors, where we have waist trainers, body shapers. We also have one pieces. Oh, I'm over here sweating. I'm hot. I'm sorry. The light. It's just the light. I'm still cute. Okay. So anyway, let's get back to the broadcast where we're going to listen to Mabuski talk about actually his breaking point. So let's get serious. Let's get serious.
Yeah. So do you think that that's why your father feels that you should be working and whatnot because you haven't been diagnosed with autism?
I mean that could be one reason, but I feel like another reason, and probably knowing him, it's more or less the thing is, it's part of what he considers. It's part of what is considered to be a step for a man. That I need a job so that I can take care of my family. When I do have one,
My
when I do have a
babe.
wife.
Yes, a wife.
And then how should be the time, and if it's not like an actual working job, then I should be at least at college, and if preferable, I have an internship alongside it, and to properly fit myself into the sort of working ecosystem.
Yeah.
And I'm going to tell you, his father is not wrong for expecting him to do these things at this age or move forward towards that, because I expect that from my teenager, especially my son. His ass, he wasn't going to go to college if it wasn't for me. I said, oh, yes, you, sir. Didn't King sing to her? You're going to college. You're going to go get something. Had to figure it out. We talked him through it. We figured out what his personality was, what will work for him, because he had his own business since the age of 14. He knows he's going to blow up, and wish he is going to blow up. But I need him to have a trade. So as parents, we know what our kids need. So if you want your kids to pursue these type of things, you have to help them and push them and encourage them to a certain extent and help provide the resources. Okay? Now, he was in college, but obviously something happened. We're going to figure out what the hell happened because he was in college.
But that hasn't fully been for me.
Yeah.
As much as I could go through with college, freshman year, when I was doing things online, I was able to hold things down. But sophomore year, it feels like something within me sort of broke. He said it was due to an overabundance and freedom and being able to do what I want and playing and I just sat in my room and played games all day.
Mm-hmm.
But that's not true.
Oh.
That's not all that I did. Throughout all of the days that I was there at Westchester University, I would go to the classes. If I had a class in the morning, depending on what time it was, I'd either get breakfast, which started at 7:30, or I'd go to the class and I'd get breakfast after. I then return to my room, study the material that I went over today in that class, and then go to the rest of my classes, which were either later in the morning or in the afternoon.
Yeah.
Okay.
If there's a time in between, I get lunch, and then once all of my classes are done, I get dinner. And between each of those times, I return to my room.
Okay. So the people who said that this boy didn't have stability, he had stability. He was doing his thing. He had a schedule. He was going to school. He said, going to class, coming home, study, going to eat. He just told you his whole schedule. What changed? What changed? Tasha
However,
and other people.
in the times in which I was inside of my room, this was after I had done my interview with Tasha K.
Oh, now I don't know if he's coach because that don't sound coach, but he said it right after he did his interview with Tasha K. Things basically broke with him because he was already dealing with a lot of things from his past that we're going to hear about. And his mother misbehaving online, this is new to him. He's literally probably coming out from under a rock that his father held him under. And then expect this boy just to hold it all together. All of the bickering, the arguing, the disrespecting, the things he's probably saying about his mother, knowing that he had love for Jaguar. Sister, acting crazy. Acting crazy. It's not acceptable. All right, so listen to my boo. He said, you heard it. Right after the Tasha K interview, something changed.
This was after I had done my interview with Tasha K. Something within me stopped. Felt like part of me had practically been drained away.
Sometimes it's enough.
I think, at least from what I've been able to conclude by myself, that I'd effectively sunken within myself. Between all the things I had gone through from when I was 13 back in Chicago all the way till then, I had to witness effectively being thrown out of an apartment due to what happened to my father and the person he was staying with.
Mm-hmm.
I then basically having this sort of feeling of eviction instilled in me then, first and foremost, even though it wasn't an eviction.
He was like, because he didn't even own it.
My mother being arrested in front of me.
Okay, he was like, because he didn't even own it, but then he wanted me to own my own. Well, I just had to throw that in there. And then witness his mother being arrested in front of him several times. Listen.
It instilled in me then, first and foremost, even though it wasn't an eviction. Having witnessed my mother being arrested in front of me. Developing a sense of guilt that I was at least partially responsible because
she was coming for you.
I had driven her motherly instinct to protect me because I wasn't feeling happy with what was going on.
See? So you hear what he said? She she said it in that other interview that she was pursuing to get her son because her son wasn't happy. He even said that he was not happy with the father, and the father wanted him, maybe allegedly, to get back at Jaguar. So imagine him growing up in a situation like this, and then we got all these mothers on YouTube causing all these damn issues with him. I'm gonna get back to you guys on these YouTube streets. Feel offended because y'all don't want Jaguar Wright to do the things you do, but y'all keep egging her on. That's why I said I don't do all of these reaction videos or everything she do because I'll be here every day talking about the crazy things she does. When she realized that people ain't paying attention to those tactics and she's going to look forward to uplifting herself, hopefully. But by you guys doing this, you're causing more mayhem.
About what was happening back in Chicago.
YouTube
So
mothers,
because of that, I had began to develop
black mothers. Listen to my
dark
book.
thoughts within me and Chicago. So because of that, I had began to develop dark thoughts within me and
Sad.
considered stepping through the doors of death.
Wow. And that's after Tasha K interview. So that's why I feel, Tasha K, you need to just stop talking about Jaguar Wright. Reach out to her son with some resources if you want to clear your little soul, or just adding on to this on your big platform. And, just, okay. You could have did all you did. See, that's where you take it a little bit too far. I think those was the days, Tasha, you were taking it too far. Had my boo in a dark place. And I'm gonna say this because you have a daughter that's probably in college. I think she should be in college now. And not a day that is easy. And you know it. So imagine dealing with someone like Sam, having to get him prepared. He has a mother like Jag, and you know how Jaguar Wright is. You saw it. Allegedly, you try to expose her, the lies, all that. Why add on to it so my baby could be in a dark place like this? Be judged. I'm gonna go this way because I don't want my sweat under my arm to show. Be judged. Okay? I know you transitioning, Tasha. Now elevate. Because this shit, we got to bring it up on the YouTube streets. It's not acceptable, boo.
Then after being sent to a hospital, having my father effectively tone down the reason of why I was having those thoughts by saying I was just getting bad grades, and not that my son felt extremely guilty over the fact that his mom was sent to jail, and he felt like he was responsible for driving her to do so. And on top of that, whilst in 8th grade, even though I told him the incident that drove me to skip several days of school in 6th grade when I was still in Philly before I moved to Shreveport, he had shown me a picture and tried to tell me that such things did not happen.
Okay, so this is like an obscure story right here. Something happened when he was with his father at some point, and he's saying this is 6th grade. He ain't saying this is now. So I told you, he was like, nah, I'd rather be with Crazy Jag than this nigga because something not right. He said the father tried to show him pictures to disqualify his memories. And he like, no. I know I don't think like y'all, or I'm in beyond my own world. I like to play video games, but I ain't no damn fool. I know what the hell I saw.
He had shown me a picture and tried to tell me that such things did not happen.
I wish I could get the backstory to
Even
that.
Even though the victim himself was telling him exactly what happened.
What happened, Jag? You're going to tell us.
Basically calling the victim a liar.
Oh, that sounds crazy. That sounds shady.
Having to deal with the fact that I had to hear that my mother was being arrested again and again.
He's doing shady stuff. His mama trying to save him. He feeling bad. My babe, Sam, I love you. You stay strong, boo. Don't feel bad. God put you in situations that you can oversee. You can conquer them. He will not put you in nothing that you are not strong for. Okay. You are the perfect son for Jaguar Wright. I hope just the love and the compassion that you have, she will start to reflect that to you by changing her damn behavior. Jag.
over the same crime. And I had to hear that my mother
Now
was
listen.
being arrested again and again over the same crime. And on top of that, one of the incidents in which she was arrested, in which I was supposed to be sent back to Chicago with my father. My father had left Chicago before that. So if I did go back to Chicago, I had no one to go to.
More stress. So father fighting for him allegedly, getting Jaguar Wright locked up back to back, back to back, back to back, as what she said in her interview. And this son is Sam is confirming it. Then they lock her up and say, I'm sending him back to Chicago where the original order allegedly was filed. And it ain't no daddy there. It ain't no daddy. It ain't no daddy. So then you have Sam stressed the hell out, like, yo, the judge, he's not knowing how far this gonna go because he has his level of thinking, his way of thinking. He's never exposed to this. So he's like, I gotta move to Chicago. I got nobody there. And to mention, through his time, Sam lost a brother in those streets. I think it was Chicago. But he lost a brother in all of this. Someone that he couldn't grow up with consistently and then end up being murdered. And he wasn't even there for it. And then end up almost being murdered or shot at his brother's funeral. The wait. Yeah, y'all remember talking about that? That's trauma. We got black mothers on YouTube acting like fucking fools, adding on to Jaguar Wright acting like a fool.
Then the last time when my mother was arrested, because my grandma is not all the way there in the mind. I don't want to really admit it, but she's not all put together, especially in the very stressful situations.
Yeah.
She developed a bad spending habit that caused her to not be able to pay the rent over in Huntington Ridge when we were staying in DeSoto at the time. And that's what got us evicted the first time.
So
had my mother not gone to jail, we would have been evicted in the first place.
Because she would have been paying the rent.
Had not who went to jail?
Had my mother not been sent to jail, it wouldn't have happened. And the reason why she was sent to jail that time is because the District of Chicago still had that, still had an arrest warrant on her, even though
the case wasn't closed.
The case was already put down.
Exactly, it could happen.
I'm just going to pause you really quick so I can bring people up today. If you pay attention to Sam, this is why I say it's very important.
Okay, so let me just say, as far as the case, and this is true, Jaguar Wright is not lying about the system and having open cases and warrants on people who may not have open case. Something similar happened to me where they were investigating my kid's father, and the officer was so mad at the outcome of this particular case, and I had nothing to do with my kid's father. At the time, 2-3 years later, I got a warrant for me, and I said, what the hell? I'm in school. I'm going to look for, I need some, I'm working, all types of stuff. And I literally had to face a judge. The judge opened the record and said, it's nothing in here. It's no investigation. Why is she here? And the prosecutor said, I don't know. I can't tell you. And they said, okay, you can go. I said, oh, no, I can't go. You better give me a paper and said I was here because y'all not about to do this shit to me and have another warrant. So don't think that the system won't do no BS, especially when it's corruption, because in this case, it was corruption going on where they were mad because, I knew some things and how to maneuver around the system and got their asses in trouble. So 2, 3 years later, I had a warrant from black ass. I said, "Whoa, where this come from?"
So listen to people, because he's not talking about stuff currently. He's talking about things that he's dealt with.
Let's
All right,
flash
no
forward.
father, he can't speak out things. So I want don't holding down. Let's
Okay.
No, it's just
I'm gonna listen to Sam. I love you.
Not just for me, but for a legacy. Oh,
you generic. So, anyways, Sam Jr. With all of that being said, okay, I know that you've been through a lot on both sides. What do you want out of life?
That's my
'Cause I feel like
baby.
no one is asking you that.
Thank
What
you.
do you want?
me? Oh, there's not much that I desire.
Mm-hmm.
There's one thing I do, though. I want to be able to establish a legacy.
Mm-hmm.
One where people like me, not just for me, but for also the creations that I make.
Mm-hmm.
I don't. I, as much as I'm thankful for the help that I can get from other people, at the same time, if I anchor myself to someone else just to build myself up, people aren't going to come to me or for my works. They're just going to come to other people.
Absolutely.
In sort of video game speak, I'd be the Luigi to someone else's Mario.
So basically, my boo wants to have his own legacy, and he's saying, "I'm not specifically want to work for the man, but I want to show my artsy side. I have talent, whatever his talent may be, and that is your job, mom, Jag, mama." To figure out what his talent is, to help him figure out what his talent is, to put him in a direction where he needs to go so he can have a legacy, build a legacy, make money for himself, be productive. You cannot be so caught up in yourself, Jag, that you allowing your boy to be stagnant like this. Okay, listen to my baby, listen to my nephew.
Someone else's shadow.
Yeah.
Get it together.
If anything, I don't want my history to just be defined as riding a train in a tunnel with no sign of ever reaching the ground again.
Yeah, that's what he feels like with his mother. That's what he feels like with you, but he loves you. He would rather be with you than be with his father for some apparent reason. And you know why, we don't know why. I got an idea and I respect it. But you have to think of more than just yourself. Okay? Literally. In the train, in the tunnel, going to a place that he can never go back. That's what he's seeing. But he's riding the wheels with his mother because he know that you lost the son. It's gonna hurt you because he probably put you first. Most likely, that is what Sam does. My Booski does. My babe say, I love Sam. Okay, I love people who are wholehearted like this, and I hate when people take advantage of him. Even mama, don't take advantage of your son. You need to be a mother to him and get him to the next level. He literally compared life with you as a train in a dark tunnel going to a place of no damn return. That says a lot, baby. I love you, sis, but you got to get it the hell together. Up here on YouTube, cursing everybody out, watching everybody lives. You talk about their lives for 6 hours, but you're watching for 6 hours to 4 minutes. Okay, listen,
Yeah.
my Sean. I thank you, Sean, for letting me use your video.
Well, I just want you to know that you are once again.
Okay, so what we're going to do is get that off the screen. I want to say, Sean, Davy Way, thank you so much for letting me use your video and reacting off of it because I know you love Sam just as much as it, more than me because you actually talk to them. But I love Sam for his heart and what he reflect in the situation. Now, Jag, baby, let's talk about you because you got a part two to this. Yes, you got a part two. I was just watching your crazy ass video, girl. You was just on live a few hours ago. Queen Twirl talking about your husband, talking about this situation. So we ain't gonna talk about all of that because I could care less about what's going on with Goomba Head. I could care less what's going on with the girl and you trying to tell the girl to get him out the house. You on miserable. You're on miserable, Jaguar, and it's not looking well. Okay, focus on your. I'm focused on my career. I'm focused. Focus on it. Okay, so we're gonna listen to a few because the next thing. Because we ain't gonna talk about Goomba. Goomba got to go because Goomba just out of pocket and crazy. Whatever. They were both crazy together. I figured that they was gonna help each other, make sure everybody take their meds. It was like love because I love black love. But when it gets like this, just cut them off and move forward. You know, I got zero tolerance for nigga shit. I got zero tolerance. Okay, that's why I'm abstinent. Yes, be judged, and I wear it with pride. Okay, now moving forward, let's go into this video where you got Missy, and I'm talking about Jaguar Wright acting like a fool again. Now, but what she starts to talk about is um the calls about the move. So this is what I want to talk about: the call about the move. Basically, people are calling the police and saying that she was endangering her mother, and that shit was unacceptable. Come on, y'all already know this lady unstable all over the place. And they, my black sisters, the black YouTube community, they got so much to say when I play Captain Saberho. You gonna let sit there and cause some more shit. Let's look at Jag
Queen Twirl, I don't know
trying to act like she got some sense. I love you, Jag. I know you tried it for this one.
who you work for,
You tried
but
it.
what I am coming to understand about you is that you are a troll for hire. Your entire platform is filled with trolls. Now, the last live that they did about me that lasted 10 hours, which I scoured through, it was painful to listen to.
It's painful.
It's so hard to listen to stupid black people. You know, we want so much for our people.
And I love you. It's hard to listen to you go from being regular to this, to that, to this. It's hard. I be trying. I was following you a lot, Jaguar. Damn. You fucked up the church's money acting crazy.
We want our people to be the shit. We want our people to
We
be
do.
smart. But then when you have to sit there and listen to 10 hours of absolute lies, slander, defamation, and bullshit, it just goes to show me exactly how stupid black people have become, especially the women.
Okay. Now I'm gonna have to agree with her because you guys, as I've been saying, has been egging this shit on. You egging it on, going on live, making all these things. Who the has 10 hours to be on the live talking about somebody? Who? You can make so much different content in that time and probably show a product like how I show every time I come shop, shop, shop. You know, get your website on instead of being on talking about Jaguar Wright, adding on to the bullshit. Okay, so I just want to close off with going into I told you so because I already talked to the black community sisters. Y'all know how I feel. Be just say what the hell you want to at the bottom, whatever. But I will tell we got to get it the fuck together. The YouTube streets is trashy. The black YouTube street is trashy. Okay. That's why we're moving to Rumble and trying to make a new tone. If you want to be classy with Gracie, come over. No, you know I ain't that classy. I am classy. I'm Gracie. But I'm uncensored. Okay, you're gonna get it raw. Yes, with a little bit of respect on it. And God, sprinkle that. Now let's get into I told you so because I already said that this wasn't gonna work with this young lady who moved with Jaguar. Okay. Okay. Hold up. Wait, why the hell did I take that off the screen? Because I wanted to go to another second. It's supposed to be into 24 minutes. And then we're going to show you who the hell we talking about. Because we knew that it wasn't going to work. Miss R. Kelly daughter, Aaliyah and R. Kelly daughter. Come on. That was so toxic to even begin with. Why? 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 The God and the elements let them two get together. But now is a little explosion on you on the internet. These two are going against each other. But I do want you to listen because the girl, I'm not gonna say a little girl, the young lady who's R. Kelly's son daughter, I mean, whoever she is, Aaliyah and R. Kelly daughter, allegedly. I'm not saying she trans. I didn't mean to say that, guys. It just came out wrong. I ain't saying she a man. She's saying some stuff about Sam. And that's where I wanted to just show because you don't bring people around your son, Jag. You're all over the damn place. This lady, this girl, you know this girl right here. Well, let's show you fuck this. We about to show you. Now you know this damn girl ain't no fucking R. Kelly and Aaliyah daughter. Listen.
Mama always told me to be careful.
What the hell? Y'all thought I ain't had that clip? I kept it on rest to go because I knew some shit was gonna happen. This don't look nothing like R. Kelly or Aaliyah, and you know this Jaguar, right? Why would you bring her into your household? Tell me, I felt sorry. You should feel sorry for yourself because you're acting like a fool. You act more like a fool just like her, sister. Shut up. Take this spanking. Okay?
Mama always told me to be careful.
She's saying to you, and that's what you saying to her. Now, moving forward, I just had to throw that out there. That was my favorite clip of the damn night. Talking about we taking singing lessons. Girl, should be helping your damn son. Talking about some damn singing lessons.
Opinions are like assholes. Everyone has them. Question is, do you have the facts?
Nope. I got opinions of that.
Now, back to where I originally started. She's about to expose what? What is she going to expose? There's nothing to expose. Matter of fact. Okay, wonderful. Matter of fact, at check-in, one of the hotels that she stayed at with me, there was a young man who worked there. And the last time we were there, he asked Angela Owusu out on a date. Gave up the number, told her when she came back to town, he wanted to take her out. Asked me about her this morning and asked me was she in town because he still wanted to take her out. And then I had to inform him and show him everything that she was saying online. He was mortified. His exact words were, as good as you treated that girl, where is she now? I said, I left her in Texas. He said, good. Ungrateful bitch.
See, look, how you go from talking like a white girl to that?
Maybe I should go and do a live with him and he can tell you about the time that he spent with Angela Owusu.
See, and now right here, I'm gonna pause it because this is unnecessary. This is unnecessary, black woman. Black woman, I'm talking to you, Jaguar. Now you know that girl is already damaged and have her issues. You know, I know. You want to hear it? Here it go.
Mama always told me to be careful.
Okay, I won't play that clip one more damn time. But you know this, and then you bring around your kids. And then you want to sit here talking about some, well, we can let him get on live and talk about his time with her. Here you go with the bullshit. What life you living? What life you living, Jag? What impressions are you making? You need to be represented. If you don't want to represent yourself, at least represent Sam. Sam is a very respectable young man, and I don't think you represent him well. And I'm just going to say it. I'll give a Phil Judge, Jag, because I'm tired of the damn antics. And I got to address my boo, Sean. Sean, you won't be happy. I'm going to address your ass too tonight.
You people are idiots.
I love you, Sean.
You'll believe anything you want to believe, except for the truth. Now, enough of Angela Owusu. She no longer is a part of my life. She's the one that leaked that terrible story about being married to my son and being pregnant and all of that. She leaked that. And when we heard it come off the blog, Sam said, that's ridiculous. I would never.
I would assume my boo would say that.
I would never.
Sean. I mean, Sam. Yeah, Sam would say that.
She was heartbroken. We all could see it on her face. And my son, being the kind man that he is, he said, I'm not saying that about your appearance and about your looks. I'm celibate right now. I'm not interested in girls. I do have a particular type. You're not it. But you're my god sister, so that would be weird anyway.
Okay, so we're gonna stop right there. Allegedly, that's his god sister, but I believe that Sam said that if that type of situation did happen, but Jag, you exposed him to that because obviously, if she's gonna make up a whole damn lie about R. Kelly and Aaliyah with not even one facial feature of neither one of them, I know DNA. That's some twisted DNA. Nothing, nothing looking like you from Nigeria. Oh, I know my Nigerian people, baby. But we take a whole glass and shut the hell up because I can't prove it. But you should have had some common sense. So you subjected my boo to her, and then another rumor would start between her and him. You knew that was going to start. How are you going to try to give that young lady stability when you don't have stability? It doesn't make sense. It does not make sense. Okay, so we've been on for an hour and a half, and I'm gonna actually start to close off. But before I close off, I need to address my booski, Sean Davy Way. You know why? Yup. Just say it. Say it ain't right. Say it ain't right. I want to put my boo on the screen. Let me see. Can I pull him up? Because I love him. But we ain't about to do this shit no more. You know why we ain't about to do this? Okay. Now, this is Sean. I'm about to pull you up on the screen, and I need y'all to go back and tell him to listen because you are enabling her to do this shit. I'm not saying that you are responsible for Jaguar Wright. You are not, and I know you are not. And just like her son, she is not responsible. He's not responsible for her. But as her friend, I don't think you tell her everything. I mean, from your perspective as a father, you seem like you're a good father, like you're on point. Do you have these heart to heart conversations and say, wait, Jag, just take a whole glass and shut the fuck up? Just shut up. I love you. I love you, but you're literally tearing your life apart. Okay. I know you haven't physically met her, but obviously you have some type of relationship with her where y'all have a mutual love for each other and you have some abnormality for her. If you do, why don't you tell her 100% the truth? I don't know what your conversation is, but I will say if you're coming at her the way I'm coming at her, she probably won't be too comfortable with you, and she probably would think about some shit because what's going on in and out of her household is toxic, and you are monetizing off of it just like the rest of these other YouTube content creators that hate her. You're doing the same thing, even though you say you're not. You try to be honest. I see you be saying things. I feel it. I see it. But you ain't saying enough because if you love her, you'll tell Jag to take a whole glass and shut the fuck up and sit down and think about what she's doing. Get on her medications that's gonna help her slow down. Take some time, yoga, Pilates, something. Listen to some relaxing music, learn how to do some mind control techniques, help Jaguar, give her some resources. Don't add on to this. I'm like, girl, I'm gonna call Goomba for you. But I want what you want me to say. No, I ain't saying that shit. Don't pick and choose what top level of toxicity you gonna have for her. Okay, Sean? I love you. But that in a way, you are helping to enable her because you are an amazing person and she knows it. I know it. You know it. And I really do. I watch you and I don't really play too many people close. After I get to know them, like I don't play you close like I know you. I mean close like I won't even watch your ass or listen to you. After a while, once I see a character, I'm done. But I know your life is not totally conducive with the way I live my life, as far as what you like to do. But your character, you are your character before your sexuality, and that's why I really love you, Sean Davy Way, and that's why I respect you. You have respect. You talk shit, but you ain't giving Jag enough heat to tell her to fucking stop. Okay. Okay, that's enough for you, Sean. I can't dig in your ass because you don't own her. You like, I don't own her. I don't own Jag. No, you do not. But what I will say, Jag, I said a lot. I said a lot. And you got a lot of time because you listen to everybody. I hope this video gets to you. You need to stop. If you don't love yourself enough, love Sam enough to chill. Love Sam enough to at least get him on his feet to the way you fought for him. You fought for this boy. Going to jail because you loved him so much. Show that love now by stop doing this shit. Stop letting the mammies on YouTube have something to say and have 10-hour lives about you. Forget about Willy Lump Goomba head. Move forward. Get some sexual control. I'm just telling you from a woman. You're gonna have to detox. You got to detox from fucking everything. Just disappear. Make them think that something happened to you. Go disappear. Get yourself on your feet with one place to stay. Whatever's going on. No more hotels in the back. No more cars in the back. Okay? Okay? Sean, help your friend. If you want me to help you, you can inbox me. I'm good. I'm on Instagram. I sent you something. I'm Nurse Grace. I'm Nurse Grace Lashley. That's the one who sent you something. Okay, that's one of my pages. We got you. You got somebody got to talk to you from love. Okay, Sam. I love you, and I pray that you stay strong. I know that you love your mother. I know she could be a handful. You are not responsible for her life. You are not responsible for her, but you are responsible for your happiness at this point. And I know that you have a lot to learn, and there's a lot of resources for you. Just try your best to, focus in and figure out what's your talents, what you like to do, so you can create the legacy that you want to create. My booski, Sam. Okay, so I'm about to get up off here. I was here for like an hour and 34 minutes, baby. I just got to motherfucking go. This was a long life.
And so, because you are that, you are capable. You are gifted, and you are so unique. All of the things that you may hate about yourself are your strengths. It's okay to be soft. It's okay to be opinionated. It's okay to be different. And it's so okay to just be you. The world awaits to receive you.
The real estate market often seems like a distant world where only an elite of experts is successful. In a time of so much uncertainty in the air and bad news, real estate investing can seem intimidating. But today, I want to tell you that if you make the right decision today, you can enter the real estate market from the back door. Bad credit record? No credit at all? Do you dread the idea of having a home loan? Do you dream of owning investment properties? You are in the right place and right time, because we have created a program which is a tax lien and deed investment online course of only 14 hours. This course is specially designed for people like you who have big dreams. You will learn at your own pace and everything from your home computer. This is your chance. Join our membership for $19.99 a year. What are you waiting for? Visit our website primetimehomebuyerBuyback.org and sign up today for course access.